Hey. I've tried to do this like, not even gonna tell you how many times. Anyway, hi. So, I'm gonna go in chronological order so I can finally just get this done. Okay, so, last week, Friday. Right, so Friday, I got my electrodes done the first day. The first time I was doing it. And that was a weird sensation. First, it was weird because first the pain from the Novocaine to numb my back. They had to shoot me like 8 times to numb up my lower back right on my lower back where my spine is. So that fucking hurt. But when they got in there to get in there with this the thin wire going in to cut off the nerves that were getting stimulated past where my legs are, amputated. That shit felt weird. I can't even describe what it felt like. It was just a weird sensation. And it didn't necessarily hurt. It just felt weird, like a tickling inside when they were doing that. And then it was like when they turned on the pad thingy, not the pad thingy. Well, I associate it with a pad thing because I have this massager thing that I use to help with pain, and it has pads, and that's exactly what it felt like. It felt like I was getting massaged from the inside through my nerves, which was also a weird sensation. But what was weirder was that it was as if I felt it being massaged all the way down my legs. And I still had my prosthetics on because this was the pre-trial. So this was before the surgical thing that's going to go on the 29th. So I didn't have to remove anything or anything. I got obviously my clothes, but not anything else. So I could leave those on. And it felt as if I still had my legs, which was a weird sensation because I haven't felt like that before. Not since I've had them. So that was very strange for me because I felt as if I had them, and then suddenly when it was going away, it was as if slowly it was fading away. It was weird. Holy shit, it was weird. It was as if Ghost of Christmas Past. Like my legs were like ghosting me or some shit. It was a weird sensation. But yeah, that was Friday morning. But yeah, that place, the Ainsworth Pain Institute, super awesome. Everybody there is super nice. They have Nutter Butters and orange juice and coffee and other cookies and chips and oh my god, they're great. And everybody there is super duper nice and sweet. And the doctor's nice. And I'll refer them to everybody, anyone in New York City or New York State or who can get over here who has any kind of chronic pain, because it's not just for amputees, but it's for anybody who has any kind of chronic pain, meaning fibromyalgia, lupus, MS, rheumatoid arthritis, any kind of osteoarthritis, anything, chronic pain. They can help you because they're doing 9 different FDA studies, and then they do all kinds of other stuff. And when I'm done with the electrode thing for my phantom pain, I'm doing this other thing with this ketamine injections to help me with my lupus / fibromyalgia pain, which will completely 100% take away all of my body pain, which I am so fucking hyped for. You have no idea. I mean, well, if you have pain, you do. So I'm very, very, very hyped for that, because when you get used to pain and then suddenly you have an option of not being on pain medication but having an option of no pain, you're like, holy shit, like I'm not gonna be in pain what am I gonna do with myself? Like last night I was like, well, I'm not gonna be in a pain anymore. I'm just gonna dance. I mean, there are times when I don't have hardcore pain, but that's not all the time. And then I push myself, and then it's like I suffer for it later, and it's like, yeah. So yeah, so that was that day, and then I met Will's parents later on in the day, and that was awesome because they were great. And then I spent the rest of the days, Saturday and Sunday, with them too, and they were awesome all those days. And his mom is super duper cute and funny and smart, and his dad is smart too. And I met his sister already, but his sister's also smart, and they're great. And they like my weirdness, and they like me too, and they like my sister too. So yeah, it was awesome. And it brought Will and I closer together too. So I was happy about that. So yeah, it was a nice weekend. And yeah. And Monday I had like this huge ass epiphany about my life and just about my career direction and all that. So I realized that I was not making unreasonable requests of people because I didn't want them to hold it over my head, and I didn't want them to hold it against me and then make me be bad or wrong for later on, because that's what people had done to me in the past. And so I just stopped asking for things, or asked for things very little, or until I was like suffering hardcore. And I realized that I was doing it, and I was like, why? I shouldn't be doing that. But also I realized I was doing that to myself, and it was limiting me. So I realized that I was feeling very limited with the way I was trying to run this business and how I'm doing everything. And so I went amped up to go in a different direction. And so I have all kinds of different things that I want to do with it, and not just have it be a clothing line, because I'm not necessarily a business person. I'm an artist and an organizer and an educator, and that's who I am. And I'm not like all like business CEO type person. Like, that's not really me. And I was trying to force myself to be that, and that's not, I don't feel like I should have to force myself to do something that doesn't come naturally to me. And so I'm not gonna. So yeah, so I'm gonna do the clothing stuff, but I'm also going to focus on this event called Ability to Love, which is bringing people who are in able-bodied and differently abled relationships together for a mixer, where we can get to know each other and support each other and network with each other, and hopefully a conference can come out of that where we can do different workshops and talk about our relationship and parenting and how we support each other and all kinds of things that come up in our relationship. And I think that'll be totally awesome. I'm hyped about that. And then I want to start working on my graphic novel again in the children's book, because I worked on it, put it down, and never picked it up again. And I know artists who were interested in working with me on it, and I didn't do anything, so I gotta get on that. And then I wanted to do this different photo shoots all around the city of differently abled people all over the city, and showing that you can be beautiful and differently abled. And yeah, since I used to be a photographer and work at a photography company and got my camera, so why not? So I'm gonna get up on that. And yeah, and and Refinery 29. So yeah, they contacted me, and they're gonna be following me around soon, and I'm hyped about that. And so look forward to that, because I am excited, because they have, I don't know how many thousands, hundreds of thousands, I don't know how many people following them. So yeah, excited. So it's been a lot of stuff going on, and so I'm excited about it, and I am excited more so to share it with you guys as I'm going through it, because it's just like progress, more and more progress, and more progress, and it's just like, here you go, because you guys are part of my community, and I want to share all this with you guys as it's coming along and as it's happening. And so stay tuned, and of course I'll keep you posted, and also to the event that's coming up. And peace out. Later.